We come now to the final week in our MOOC on the Innocence movement, and I want to thank you so much for your participation. This week, we explore how all of us can make a difference to help reduce the number of wrongful convictions and provide assistance to those who were wrongfully incarcerated. Now, the first video provides examples of the way individuals can get involved in the movement, ways both large and small. It emphasizes how every contribution is important. These contributions can include sending books to someone who's incarcerated and trying to win his freedom, or befriending a family of someone who's incarcerated, or volunteering with your local Innocence project. Innocence projects need all kinds of assistance. Of course, if you're an attorney and you want to provide pro bono services, that's fabulous. But even if you're not an attorney, there's all kinds of ways that you can help. If you have skills, for instance, as a technical, in technical expertise, you could help create a database or develop a presence on social media. If you are a scientific expert or a medical expert, you could donate those services. Or if you have access to those people, you can make those connections for Innocence projects. You could host a public forum in your community to spread the word about wrongful convictions. Or you could assist in fundraising events, things like a bake sale or a race or a dodgeball tournament. And of course, you can always donate money. Now, there's a great need for assistance for exonerees once they're released from prison as well. You could donate clothing. You could help provide housing, health care, access to education, or most importantly, jobs. The video also shares some of the stories of individuals who, through life circumstances or by choice, became involved in the movement. Now, the second video discusses the importance of educating the public about issues of wrongful conviction. It's so important to share what you've learned here. Tell your friends, your neighbors, your associates, and your social and religious and political organizations, and your co-workers. Write letters to the editor of your local newspaper. Start to change the culture so that the current wrongs in the system will no longer be tolerated, no longer be ignored. Now, the third video for this week explores clemency as an alternative to pursuing exonerations through the court system. Clemency is the process of petitioning the governor of a state to grant the release of a person who is wrongfully convicted. The key to winning a clemency petition is garnering public support. The easiest way for an individual to make a difference is to sign one of the many clemency petitions or many of the clemency petitions that Innocence projects across the country have filed on behalf of their clients. But of course, there are ways to do much more. You can encourage others to sign the petition as well. You can call your governor's office. You can organize a rally or attend a rally. You can write editorials to your local newspaper. For those who are innocent but have exhausted their legal procedural remedies, clemency is their only hope of ever getting out of prison. The fourth video explores the relationship between the death penalty and the Innocence movement. It does not discuss the constitutionality of the death penalty under a flawless system, but rather it explores what the revelation that we have sentenced innocent people to die, what that revelation should mean to the practice of capital punishment. And then we conclude the course with a video on the policy and legal reforms that many within the Innocence movement are trying to secure. These include legal reforms, such as enacting statutes that require videotaping all police interrogations, requiring double-blind sequential lineups, having higher and uniform standards for the admission of scientific evidence in criminal trials, requiring that more resources be provided to individuals who are accused of crimes, requiring that evidence be preserved and that there are guidelines for the conditions of the preservation of that evidence, establishing means to hold police and prosecutors accountable for illegal or unethical behavior, and establishing integrity commissions. and many more. As you'll see in the video, Senator Durbin insists that the change in public opinion on the problem of wrongful convictions has helped to persuade legislators to support many of these reforms. So please, watch the video and then click on the links provided to explore specific legislation and policy reforms that have been proposed and additional ways that you can support and or get involved in the Innocence movement. A criminal justice system that convicts and incarcerates innocent people is detrimental to the whole of our society. We all suffer the consequences. You can make a difference.